take a picture?
There you go. Yeah, well, this is a little cam, so if you tell me this would be better than describing or getting a vocal recording of what you're saying. So you're showing me that you put the bolts on the outside. How's it different than the? When did they start making you your own?
In 2009, are we recording and all that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
In 2009, I was approached by Kevin Burkett, who has the electrical guitar company. Mm-hmm. And when the Jesus Lizard were doing our reunion tour, and he knew that I had been a fan of Travis Beans, and that was what I mostly recorded and performed with. But he also knew that I had gotten rid of them, that I'd kind of sold them off, and for various reasons. I was kind of at starting a new phase of playing my life, whatever.
What guitar did you go to then, just as a, when you weren't using
I was using a Gibson ES, and I think they're wonderful.
Gibson ES 135?
135s, yeah, and I think they're great. So anyway, he approached me with the idea of making a special model for the Jesus Lizard reunion tour of 2009.
Oh, okay.
And so he showed me that this is his basic shape, but we made a few refinements. For instance, I always felt that Travis Beans, they were too heavy, and I've had neck and shoulder problems for years. And I said, let's make them lighter. I also thought that they needed to work on balance, the balance between the neck and the body. This one is very light. This is the lightest one yet. This is probably 7 pounds. The other ones are 8-ish, but I definitely said it's got to be around 8, definitely less than 10. One of them, we even put some ballast in the back so that they aren't so neck heavy.
Oh, right.
Which is what Travis Beans, I was always kind of fighting them.
Mm-hmm.
Another refinement we made, I really like the pitch on Gibson necks, and after having worked there, I really came to respect the Les Paul for a model of design, because I did setups all day long.
Yeah, that's what I was...
And I found that they had...
What do you mean setups? Like,
meaning I would do setup, the bridge and tailpiece, the nut, string it up, set the pickups, and then adjust the action and do it 30 times a day.
Yeah.
And I found that Les Pauls rarely had any intonation problems or anything like that. And other models sometimes did. So something else we did, we put a pitch of 3 degrees. You can see we did a pitch of 3 degrees, and we extended the scale length. So this is 25 inch. And I find that the longer if you keep it around 25, you can put heavier strings on, and they won't feel so heavy. Like these are 11s.
Yeah.
And they feel great.
What kind?
All right.
Did you put your own pickups in it, or does he have? What pickups does he usually use for the metal guitars? And is there a reason?
Okay, he has his own. And there's no particular reason. So I have 3 different ones, and they all have slightly different pickups. The one for the Jesus Lizard tour, we used a Gibson, like a ceramic, I think, like 498 or 496. His own pickups. I also have another one with 3 of his P90 style single coils.
He makes,
awesome.
yeah.
Yes, and he makes those. Typically, I've avoided P90s. One of the reasons why is for the noise and hum. But consider this: when it's encased in an aluminum body, the whole body is now a shield.
Right.
So, like when I was a kid, if a guitar was noisy, you'd take aluminum foil and cram it into the routing. We used to do that. The whole guitar is a shield, and so the P90s are really quiet. And my rehearsal space has fluorescent light, and they're silent, so it's awesome. So so they're quiet, and et cetera, and they're durable.
Where's
fairly lightweight?
Yeah.
This is the neck throw. The neck is solid. This goes solid into the body. The pickups are in this.
It's not one piece though.
Yes, it is.
It is one piece. Oh, okay.
And this is one piece up to, I think, about here. And then this is semi-hollow. This is hollow around the wings.
Oh, okay.
I wanted a semi-hollow.
What was the deal about the bolts on the front?
Just for the look.
Yeah.
Typically, those are on the back, and so if you need to work on the the guitar, you just pop them off, and this
whole back of the guitar comes off.
Yeah, it comes off.
Oh, that's interesting.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
And this one we put them on the front for a little more postmodern.
And all of these were your suggestions, or is that the same as the
no, this is a little
things you've always wanted in a guitar?
This is what I wanted, and from working at Gibson too, and the little refinements from the Travis Bean.
Right.
It's funny, I've had aluminum-based guitars. I realized this throughout my life. Like even when I was just a teenager, I think Kramer was one of the first.
That
and
made
they were fairly
yeah.
primitive. You know, it had like fake wood grain crammed in around it.
Right.
Patillo fretboards that were awful.
Could you play something for me real quick? I was thinking hard about what I wanted you to play to get something that was how about the Jesus Lizard song? It goes but then it has a chorus that has a bunch of crazy stuff in it, and I've always wondered what you were doing. Right.